I never got the chance to test out the first version of the Surface headphones, but I did get to test out the Microsoft Surface Buds, so if you're interested in watching a full review on that, then I will be leaving a link to that below. So in other words, I know that they're serious about the audio business. And this time, I will be taking a look at what is genuinely an amazing pair of headphones and one of my favorite ones to ever release. Introducing the Microsoft Surface Headphones 2. Let's go ahead and dive right in. For more great content like this, just make sure to subscribe to our channel and then turn on that notification bell so that you don't miss any upload. Also leave a like and a comment down below with your thoughts on this video. And there's also going to be a merch store where you can buy some sweet monochrome Tech Summit merch. Links to everything down below. And let's begin with an unboxing. Opening the box will lead you directly to the hard shell carrying case, and that houses the Surface Headphones 2, a USB-C cable for charging, and a 3.5mm cable for wired music listening are also going to be found inside of this carrying pouch. There are also some instructions that you can look at and a quick start guide if you're interested in getting acquainted with the features right off the bat. And the exterior design consists of pure greatness, and seriously, even though these are made out of plastic, they feel incredibly durable, and the headband has a nice amount of padding. Now the device is very sleek and modern, and featuring a 3.5mm jack, a USB-C port, a microphone mute button, and a power button on the right, and you'll also find on both of the touch-sensitive surfaces on the headphones themselves, along with an adjustable wheel for volume and another one for switching between noise cancelling and ambient sound. And now, as I just hinted at, these are incredibly comfortable. They have this design that allows them to create a proper seal around my ears without applying too much pressure in any given spot, whether it's on the head or on the ears themselves. And the headband has sufficient padding, as I mentioned earlier, to sit neatly on my head. And this all feels like incredibly premium materials, and they just went into creating this fantastic pair of headphones. I'm genuinely surprised with how beautiful and how comfortable and how premium these headphones feel. However, not everything about them is going to be perfect, and we are going to get into that soon. However, if we're going to get into the features, then there are quite a few here. There are only two buttons on these headphones, which are the power button and the mic mute button. Everything else is done through the dials on the headphones and the touch-sensitive surface, and that supports gestures for playing and pausing music, track skipping, and triggering your assistant. And the right dial handles the levels of noise cancellation and ambient noise. As the more you turn each in either direction, the more prevalent they will become. And the other dial takes care of volume, and it's honestly a perfect way of managing it, in my opinion. And it's super creative, and I wish that more manufacturers actually did it this way. And the dials are very smooth too, and they're very satisfying to twist and turn, so they are pretty cool to actually play around with. I love this implementation. Now, let's go ahead and talk about sound quality. And like most pair of mainstream headphones, these definitely favor bass over all other aspects, but they did a great job with the bass, in my opinion. It's insanely punchy, sure, not to mention that these got very loud too. I enjoy listening to all genres of music, as in spite of its preference towards bass, the highs and mids still get a good amount of emphasis, enough to make them enjoyable for just about anything or any genre of music. And noise cancelling in particular is something that works incredibly well. And not only is physical passive seal a great one that on its own blocks out a good amount of sound, but noise cancelling makes it so that everything around me is near silent. These do a much better job at drowning out external noise without affecting the audio quality of your headphones. Ambient noise obviously does the complete opposite, but it's the best implementation I have seen so far, and it does a great job at amplifying the sounds around you. So if you're listening to music, you will hear yourself clearly when you're speaking to somebody, and you can hear them back very clearly as well. I think that it is a pretty cool way of having a conversation with somebody without having to take these off. So kudos on that one as well. And now, I know that I've been praising these pretty much all throughout this review, and it's because I really like them, and there's so much to actually love here, and I think that most people will agree with me. And battery life is another aspect that these headphones just handle so well, since I usually get around 20 hours of battery life, which is honestly good enough for me. I can't really complain about that. However, these are not perfect, as close as I actually come to that. And I do wish that these had ear protection so that when you take these off, the music can just stop playing, and when you put them back on, it can resume as normal. And that is a feature that I definitely do miss, and that's something that Razer does a lot better. I understand that the hinge also is actually quite special and quite durable, but I don't like the lack of articulation with this pair. You can only lay them flat, and strongly makes me miss the design of the Opus, or even the Sony's, which I will be reviewing soon, the M3s, by the way, where you can just close them up and rotate them however you please when you're putting them away. I'm more afraid of these suffering any kind of damage in this configuration because they're just laying flat and they can get crushed in there. As durable as they are, I can't trust any pair of headphones in that configuration. So I'm honestly scared of putting them in my bag. And the second part is what really hurts the most for me, and it's just because it makes them less portable for me, which is a shame. However, during use, these are the most comfortable pair I've used so far, with the most consistently useful features and dials that make these stand out so much. The design is beautiful, the functionality is beautiful, and the sound quality is just fantastic. I can absolutely recommend these if you're looking for a great pair of noise cancelling over-ear headphones. And if you're interested in purchasing these, then I will be making sure to leave affiliate links to both Amazon and Lustre, and if you end up using Lustre, you can actually find some pretty good deals out there, and there's so much about it that actually makes that feature useful in particular. And both of these links are going to be affiliated, so if you use either one, I get a commission, and that helps me out quite a bit. You can also find me on Twitch if you're interested on the most relaxing streams on Earth, as I like to call them. And you can also find me on both Twitter and Instagram, where I like to stay up to date with pretty much everything and anything. And with all of that said, this has been Francisco from Tech Summit. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all a wonderful day. Have a good one. Enjoy.